Welcome to Ghoulish Gab. Always spooky, always under 7 minutes. This week, we're going to talk about some of our least favorite endings or just bad endings to horror movies that maybe they could have been good, maybe they couldn't have been good no matter what. And we're going to give some scenarios where we change those endings. So I'm going to start with one here. Halloween, Curse of Michael Myers. I don't know, was it the fifth one, sixth one? It doesn't even matter at that point. This is the one where they try to give backstory to why Michael is Michael, and it comes down to a druid cult and a curse and some entity named Thorn. And at that point in the franchise, adding in a backstory could have worked. Maybe they were on the right path, but by the end, you don't know what happened. It's just Loomis is standing there, Michael's mask is on the ground, you don't know where he is, and you're like, I don't know, did he run away as something? It's just the ending sucks. So I figure if I were to rewrite it, I would end it with a druid blood orgy, just an insane druid blood orgy where they end up giving birth to Corey Cunningham.
Oh, okay.
Who I also hate. And
I know you hate. I'm surprised you even
movies.
brought him in.
Yeah, I
But
just thought it was funny.
it would
At
it
least
would make
then,
that make more sense.
at least then some of these movies would make sense. Okay, your turn.
All right. The 2004 remake of Dawn of the Dead.
Okay.
And Sean and I were discussing this. So for people who might not remember, they get out of the mall, they get away, they get on the boat, and they're going to the special island, and everything's going to be great. And then when they get there, it cuts to all these like found footage type scenes, and they're running out of food. And then when they get to the island, all the zombies come running at them, and it turns out there's no safe, so they're definitely dead. And I hate it. They did all of the work. Let them have the island. I don't care if that ending is more realistic. I hate it. So in my ending, they would get to the island and have to figure out how to survive on the land. And it might not be perfect, but it would not make me angry.
It would set up a sequel. The original ending doesn't do that at all.
Not at all.
And I bet had the studio known how successful that was going to be, they probably would have allowed that.
Yep.
It Follows. This is a movie that I've mentioned before that I love the concept. It's a sexually transmitted haunting. The ghost or entity is transferred from people when they are making love. And it's a really cool concept, but the movie, once it starts setting itself up, it just keeps falling apart. And I'm not that hard to please all the time, but this movie just did not keep it together. The movie ends where your two main characters finally have sex out of love. The girl passes it to the guy. The guy goes and it's insinuated that he passes it on to a prostitute, and then you show that they're holding hands and they're walking down the street, and it's just pisses me off. So I think that if the movie was gonna suck, they could have ended it with a massive supernatural orgy where they should have got a whole bunch of prostitutes, got on the Ouija board, got a whole bunch of other ghosts and weird. It just had a big supernatural orgy. At least it would have been entertaining. All right, you're next.
I'm sensing a pattern in your endings. All right.
I'm not a writer.
This one was suggested by Sean, and I like it. Friday the 13th. What if there were no survivors and Pamela Voorhees finally got her revenge, and then she went on to go on and just be a happy lady with 5 cats?
No sequels?
No sequels, just an angry mom, got her revenge, everything's fine. But if you really think about it, since Jason comes up, I don't know that her fully getting her revenge really would have changed anything, because he does come back. So
yeah,
we could have just let her have her revenge.
it's true.
The grieving mom, let her be sad. Give her her revenge.
I can get on board. I can get on board with that. High Tension. Did you ever see that one?
Yeah, that's on my list.
Yeah, because the ending sucks. because it's another one where, you know, they're setting up for a big twist. You have two girls who are running from a killer,
I
and then
love it up to the
and
ending.
yeah, and then at the end you find out that one of the girls, is it Marie? She's the killer. But there's no way it could have worked. When you go back to the first time you watch it, you're probably like, "Oh, wow, I didn't see that coming." But then when you start to think about it, or if you go back and watch it again, you're like, "This cannot possibly work." I propose at the end that they just have some sort of orgy and Marie is not the killer, and it's just like they go into hiding and there's orgies. I don't know.
Is there a decapitated head blowy in your scenario?
That scene, I don't.
Ugh.
I mean, you already have that scene in there, so why not just have a whole orgy with decapitated body parts and people? I don't know. There's no way to fix that movie. Not even it doesn't even matter what kind of orgy they had. But
Do we have time for one more?
yeah, go for it.
Jaws 3D. I propose that, okay, so the ending, in for some reason, like the arm of this one of the shark's last kill is still in its mouth, and it's like holding a grenade, and then like these dolphins that are trained from SeaWorld like help the humans and distract
Yeah.
them, and then the shark blows up, right? Well, what if instead the shark drops the arm and the humans don't realize they're there? The humans blow up, and then the sharks and the dolphins get to go out into the sea and be happy for the rest of their lives.
Dolphin orgy. We are out of time. Let us know in the comments what movies you want to rewrite the ending to and what kind of orgy you want to make that into.